A quick recap of the President's activity over the last few days, since we haven't had the honor of sharing so much time together. The President's been keeping a close eye on the Oroville Dam situation in California. We've worked closely with Doug LaMalfa, who represents California's 1st District, where the dam's located, and other state officials to help people who have been impacted. The situation is a textbook example of why we need to pursue a major infrastructure package in Congress. Dams, bridges, roads, and all ports around the country have fallen into disrepair. In order to prevent the next disaster, we will pursue the President's vision for an overhaul of our nation's crumbling infrastructure. We hope everyone remains safe as the evacuations continue, and will be working alongside with FEMA and appropriate government entities to make sure that we are doing everything we can to attend to this matter. The President was honored also to welcome the Prime Minister of Japan last week from their first official meeting at the White House to their joint press conference at Mar-a-Lago, their joint press conference and their time together at Mar-a-Lago. The President and the Prime Minister had a productive visit that reaffirmed their determination to further strengthen the U.S.-Japan alliance and economic relationship. At Mar-a-Lago, the President was proud to stand behind Prime Minister Abe on Saturday to convey the United States' unwavering support for our Japanese allies in the face of North Korea's most recent missile launch. On Sunday, the President met with now Secretary Treasury Mnuchin and Mr. Steve Wynn before returning to Washington. Yesterday, the President had an incredibly productive set of meetings and discussions with Prime Minister Trudeau of Canada, focusing on our shared commitment to close cooperation in addressing both the challenges facing our two countries and the problems throughout the world. Our countries share a profound economic interest, with more than $2 billion in two-way trade flowing across our border every day. The President was pleased to launch the Canada-United States Council for the Advancement of Women Entrepreneurs and Business Leaders by holding a roundtable discussion here at the White House. Together with Prime Minister Trudeau, his daughter Ivanka, the President discussed the unique challenges that women face in the workplace with an incredible group of successful and respected female business executives from both countries. A full list of the participants is available through the pool. In addition to his in-person meetings with the Prime Ministers of Japan and Canada, the President also recently had phone calls with the Presidents of Tunisia, Peru, Nigeria, Colombia, and South Africa. Readouts are available on all of those calls. Finally, following the Prime Minister's visit to yesterday, the President met with Chairwoman McDaniel and Co-Chairman Paduchik of the Republican National Committee. In the afternoon, the President participated in a pinning ceremony for Major Ricardo Turner, one of his military aides. The aides to the President are mid-grade officers, one from each of the services. They provide direct support to the President as in his role as Commander-in-Chief, and their primary responsibilities are to serve as an emergency action officer, aide-de-camp, and ceremonial aide. It's a long-standing tradition that one of the President's military aides is promoted to the next higher grade. The President conducts that promotion. Major Ricardo Turner, the President's military aide, was recently promoted to Lieutenant Colonel, and the promotion was held in the Oval Office. The President also spoke yesterday with Maureen Scalia on the one-year anniversary of her husband's passing. The President and Mrs. Scalia discussed her late husband's incredible legacy and how the President is making every effort to carry it on by nominating Judge Gorsuch, who shares the love of the Constitution, to succeed him on the bench. Last night, the President obviously hosted the swearing-in of Secretary Mnuchin in the Oval Office. Secretary Mnuchin is a world-class financier whose decades of experience with financial and monetary matters make him the ideal person to spearhead the President's plan to develop a dynamic, booming economy that works for all Americans. We're glad to officially have him on board.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.